China's economic influence in the UK may subside as Britain looks to potentially join the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership (CPTPP) post-Brexit. Over the past several decades, China has expanded its economy and output at astonishing speeds. In 1995, the value of China's imports and exports of goods totaled $280.9 billion, £212.9 billion, 3% of global trade. By 2018, its total trade in goods had leapt to $4.6 trillion, £3.4 trillion, 12.4% of global trade. Many countries are now battling to curb China's influence in the global economic market. The most obvious is the US and its trade war with Beijing that started in 2018. Earlier this week, US President Donald Trump announced his plans to offer tax credits to entice US firms to move factories out of China. Across the Atlantic, the UK has been moving to free itself of becoming dependent on China and Chinese goods in the past few years. One major move, Sean King, Senior Vice President of Park Strategies in New York and an affiliated scholar at University of Notre Dame's Lew Institute, told Express, would be Prime Minister Boris Johnson's decision to enter the UK into the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership (CPTPP) post-Brexit. This, Mr. King explained, would essentially enable Britain to lessen its dependence on China and not to have to make moral compromises when doing business. He said, "I see the CPTPP as a way for countries, the UK included, and companies to lessen their dependence on and exposure to China. If you're worried about getting caught up in something because someone in your company posted something about the Uyghur Muslims, or you spoke out for the Dalai Lama, or you have good relations with Taiwan, if you're in TPP you don't need to worry about any of that stuff. It's a way to trade with friends and allies that share free world values and don't intimidate their neighbors." The CPTPP is currently made up of 11 countries: Australia, Brunei, Canada, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Singapore and Vietnam. The agreement means that Asian, Latin and North American countries can trade freely with each other. In 2017, Trump pulled out of the agreement claiming it wasn't a good deal for the U.S. worker.